the Raptors. We don't trust the Raptors. We don't trust the Raptors. You have to trust the Raptors now just based on the guy that they've got there that's leading their charge now.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different now because of just one dude.
Man, as far as picking this series,
the White Walker, according to that Game of Zones.
Here we go, Game of Zone reference.
Oh. Did you see the latest one?
Nah, I haven't seen it yet, but I got it.
Oh my God, have mercy on my soul.
Is it funnier than the other one?
Oh yes, because it rags on the Lakers.
Okay, yeah, I gotta pull it.
That one's even funnier. Yeah, that one's pretty funny.
I said it, but I haven't watched it yet. But I'll watch later.
Yeah, it's that one. That one's pretty funny. I laughed.
So, if you asked me this question a week ago,
I'd have picked the Bucks.
I would have picked Toronto.
See, I would have picked the Bucks hands down if you asked me a week ago before. And now it's just, I still think the Bucks will get game one, but after that, I don't know how it's going to go.
But you know what's weird about this? As we mentioned, how that Vince Carter shot didn't go down, and Philly ended up advancing, but Philadelphia had to play the Bucks that year.
Yep,
and they beat them.
It was the year. This was the last time the Bucks have went that far in the playoffs.
So it's kind of like, are we seeing the reverse thing that could possibly be happening here? I don't know.
Are we seeing Toronto finally go to an NBA Finals?
Yeah, I don't know.
I cannot pick this series for anything. The other one I can pick. The other one I can pick easily. This one I cannot pick for anything because they both are so similar to me, and I want both of them to go.
I want both of them to go too.
This is the first.
Yes.
This is the first time where I want both teams to go.
I won't be mad. I'm like, man, it's gonna suck for the loser, but I really want both of these teams to go.
It's nice guy versus nice guy. There's no person in there I want to hate. You know what I mean? Yes. There's no people in there. I feel Canadian right now because there's no one I want to hate.
Man, you hit the nail on the coffin, man. I'm telling you. And I know Toronto's my team.
There's just no one there I dislike. And it's the same over in the West. I don't dislike neither team. No matter how much Golden State keeps winning and stuff, I don't dislike them. Because they don't come off as dislike. The only guy that comes off as dislikable on that whole team is Kevin Durant. And that's just because he left and went to that team. And that's the only reason people dislike Durant.
Yeah.
To me, and the way he's been mouthing off lately. But everybody else, I don't dislike him.
Yeah.
Except for Draymond Green punching people in the nuts.
That's pretty
and mouth breathing.
And scratching
other than that, I don't dislike anybody.
No, they're all likable to me. I don't have no.
And it's Portland.
And Portland.
There's no reason to dislike Portland.
No.
Portland has had it crappy. The last times they went to the finals, they got their ass beat.
Hey, Brandon Roy, Greg Oden, missing out on Kevin Durant. Like, come on,
dude. They've had such bad luck drafting people.
Oh,
mind you, the year before Jordan came out, they drafted Clyde Drexler.
Mm-hmm.
So then when Jordan comes out, they said they didn't want to draft Mike because they have Clyde.
Right.
Who is a similar player to Jordan, which they were. But damn it, Sam Bowie.
You get it.
Just suck.
You get it.
Just
they
suck.
try to go big. You get it. They try to go big, and it just didn't work.
Exactly. And the only big in that draft that was going to be any good is the guy that went number one.
Yeah.
Which we all know who went number one that year.
The dream.
Yeah. And see, people argue, well, Mike should have went number one over Hakeem. I'm like, really? I can't argue.
No. Houston got 2 fouls out of it, too, so
I cannot argue that he should have went number one over the Dream, especially with how their college careers turned out.
Yep. Hey, and Houston still
got Hakeem Hakeem was those guys that are coming into the league now. Back then, he was the guy that was going to transcend what that position did.
Mm-hmm.
So when they drafted him, I was like, you can't argue with that. And that was a trivia question last night, by the way, when we went and played trivia, that only 2 teams knew.
I'm proud that you knew that.
Well, the question was, who was drafted number 1 in the draft where Michael Jordan was picked number 3? I was like, come on.
Do you want me to take your money now?
No, the whole table looked at me. The whole table looked at me, and I said, I got it. Because I went with Mom and everybody. We all went, and they were like, well, do you know? I'm like, I already wrote it down. I wrote it down before you even got done saying it.
I got this question. Don't worry about it.
I was like, I know this one. I was like, this is easy.
Oh, dude, that's great.
I was like, this is one of my favorite players ever to play. I was like, this is easy shit.
All right, so let's move on to the next series because, so we're not gonna pick this series.
I can't. I can't choose. I can't pick again. One, I can't pick because all of a sudden now Nicole likes Milwaukee because that's where she was born and raised, or that's where she was born. She goes, I was born there, so. Now I have. Now I'm like, God damn it!
Now you got to root for the Bucks a little bit.
But she's like, I was born in Milwaukee. She goes, oh, the Bucks. She goes, can I get a Bucks hat? I'm like, for what? Now all of a sudden you want to wear that? Never mind.
Everybody loves a winner.
But I'm like, yeah, God Almighty.
Oh man.
I'm like, I just can't choose.
Yeah, that's
because I don't dislike it. You know me. When I dislike you, I'm going to pick against you. Yeah. That's easy.
Oh yeah.
That's easy. If I dislike a team, I'm like, fuck you. I'm picking whoever else.
Oh man. All right, Warriors at Trailblazers. It's the first time that we have brothers play against each other. The Curry household is now divided.
Is Mom going to be wearing Portland stuff and Dad going to be wearing Golden State stuff? Or is Dad going to be like, look, Mom, you get to wear the people that are going to win this series stuff, and I'll suck it up and wear the other guy. I'll wear the not that liked Curry brother, and you can wear the one everybody loves.
Yeah.
Is Dad going to take one for the team and let Mom wear Steph? That's the only thing I'm worrying about.
So as we mentioned earlier, how they got here, and then how Kevin Durant is out with a mild calf strain. Steve Kerr has pretty much cautioned watchers and fans that a lot of people speculate that he's going to come back at least by game 2. He said, nah.
They don't need him to come back. The only way that he should come back in this series is if come game 5, they are tied 2-2, you bring him back. That's it.
Yeah.
That is the only way he sees the floor in this series. You let him practice, you let him do whatever, but he does not come back and play in the game unless you are tied 2-2 going into game 5. That's it.
Okay. That's a fair point.
That is it. Because I don't think you're going to need him.
You overlooking Portland like that, huh?
No, I'm not overlooking Portland because Portland has the 2 guys that can get hot. But Golden State has something that Denver didn't have. Golden State has 2 guys that can get just as hot as the other 2 guys and equal out their output. Golden State just has more people that'll come off the bench and has another guy that's an all-star that'll help do all the other stuff that he's got to do.
I want to get credit.
Golden State has more intangibles than Portland does. Portland has those 2 guys that'll go off, but Golden State has those 2 guys that can go off as well.
So I want to show some love to Kevon Looney because he's been stepping up. He stepped up in the
yes.
And for a lot of criticism that the Warriors bench has been getting, he's been putting in work by, getting those extra possessions and
Looney was the reason. Looney was another one of the reasons that the last game against Houston that they were able to keep going through the Curry being in foul trouble and being out of the game.
Yeah,
he was a huge reason.
He played great. And that's why I say they're gonna need him again against all these bodies of Portland. The length that Portland got on the wings with you got Mo Harkless, you got Enes Kanter, and then you got Aminu Farid, who's got some length as well. Myers Leonard, and the other center. I'm blanking on his name.
That guy.
Other white guy, Zach Collins, the one from Gonzaga.
Yeah.
He's playing. They got some length over there. But as Kevin said, I think Portland, or I think Denver was the better defensive team. then they will play against Portland. I think Portland defense is okay. They lost Nurkic in that, but I just feel like that.
This is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
And if ever there's a shootout, who are you going to take?
Oh, I'm Golden State.
Exactly. If there becomes a shootout, you take the guys that, one, have been here before.
Yeah.
And two, the guys that if they get going, it's over. Like, when they get going, they take and suck your soul out. And you can see it. When Steph starts making those stupid shots and everything like that, the soul of the other team gets sucked. It's like he's that guy on The Mummy. he pulls the life out of you. And you can see it, because you can see it when people just start drooping and their shoulders slump and everything like that. You're like, because my God, how did he hit that shot? And you can see it in people, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
And if he gets on one of those runs, he takes away everything. The crowd goes completely dead out of it, depending on where you're at. And you see it.
Right.
It's like when you go to the park and play basketball with a guy who makes all of his jump shots. What does everybody do? They go, holy shit. It's the same thing. People go, well, that's not the same. These guys get paid. No, it's exactly the same. The game of basketball doesn't change from where you play the game, how much you get paid, or anything like that. If you see a dude going absolutely gaga, butt crap crazy, you do that.
Yeah.
You something in you folds a little bit. No matter how much you're getting paid, or if you're not getting paid, or whatever you're doing, it happens.
So I remember you said something about Andre Iguodala going crazy. So for some stats to back you up, he is hitting 42% of his 3-point shots right now in the playoffs. I know you said at age like he's in the hundreds, but he's doing this at age 35. And you know, plus in NBA years where he's been in the postseason and stuff like that.
He's 136. Exactly.
136. But you just wonder, can he keep up this pace with the years that he got on his body and stuff like that? But with this, Kevin, you know, sound like he's expecting a quick series here. Should the Warriors worry more about CJ McCollum than Damian Lillard?
We'll find out who they're worried about most when we see it from the get-go, who Klay Thompson is guarding.
Yeah.
We will see who they're worrying about. I think they should worry more about Lillard because I think that's who Klay is going to be guarding most of the time. Mm-hmm. And I think he's the one out of the two that can just go ape shit from behind the arc at any time. McCollum, you got to worry about him getting in you a little bit and getting that mid-range jumper going. McCollum's doing his Dwayne Wade stuff right now.
Yeah.
Where he's getting that mid-range jumper going and he just starts knocking them down. And once he gets in that rhythm, it's like Dwayne Wade in the finals, which is basically what he did last series. He was pulling out them Dwayne Wade mid-range jump shots and he was knocking down everything.
Yeah.
But I think Klay will be on Lillard. You gotta worry about Lillard because he's been just ridiculous in shooting 3-pointers. I think he's had the highest percentage ever for somebody shooting 3-pointers from more than 35 or from 35 feet plus. Mm-hmm. He's making almost half of his shots from that far out, which is stupid. Yeah. First off, it's stupid that you're shooting it from that far out. Second off, it's even more stupid that you're making almost half of your shots from that far out.
It's nothing to him. Just it's easy money. Easy money.
He's in that zone. But I'm telling you, as soon as they had to play OKC and as soon as he had to hear about all that junk, that Westbrook is better than him and blah, 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 he's played with that chip on his shoulder. And that is what you need sometimes, is to play with that chip on your shoulder. Mm-hmm.
No,
he's tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
He's tired of not getting his credit because he plays in Portland.
Yeah.
That's what he's tired of. He's like, look, you ain't going to give me no credit because I'm going to play in Portland. Because I play in Portland. Here, I'm about to go into the playoffs and show y'all all why y'all should be giving me credit because I play up here.
Hey, and he's definitely he's playing, man. But this is going to be his toughest challenge.
Yeah, I expect shootouts, but I expect the team that you always pick when there's a shootout coming to win this series.
Yeah.
And like I said, the only way Durant